Now we will see the demo of Invento-EPOS, or you can call it a inventory system. We can either log in by face login or traditional username password based login. So now we will focus on normal traditional login. We can see a detailed dashboard. We also have simplified dashboard view. So if I click on the home, then we can reveal the very basic dashboard, which allows us to access different feature of the EPOS. For example, if we go to StockUp, then we can also access this menu using this um, menu button, and then we can go to check stock, or we can toggle back to detailed mode. And if we log out and log back in, it will remember the last saved uh, dashboard mode. For example, if I toggle back to basic, and now we are logging back again, so it remembered that last time we set the basic dashboard. So for the sake of demo, we are uh, going to use the detailed one so that it will give us more information. So on the detailed view, we have very nice subtle uh, navigation buttons at the left side of the screen. We have some other widgets that are showing us different details. For example, how many tables we have, category, staff, suppliers. In this tab, we will see the recent orders. This tab allows us to see bookings for today, so we can easily see how many bookings we have for the restaurant for today. We can also see our year-by-year sales, transaction statistics. So mainly what it does, it gives us an overview of different mode of payment, for example, cash, mobile banking, card. And on the daily statistics widget, it just shows us how much total income we have so far, table served, total served. So table served is how many tables currently serving, and total served today, and item served. So it's actually about how many items we have, different type of items we served today. So it will give you very interesting statistical details about your business. Now, if we go to StockUp, it allows us to see um, it allows us to add new products. For example, it can be for a shop or for a restaurant. So for the sake of demo, we are selecting restaurant now, inventory type. So as you can see here, we have two different type of inventory. So we can also manage warehouse and retail at the same time. If I click on retail, then as you can see, it allows us to add product name, product description, um, select category, quantity. We can also use the standard, for example, whether it is by kilograms, liters, grams, pieces. So we can choose these details here, and we can also add actual price, sell price. So that will help us to track our profit margin. And definitely every single product has its own unique serial number, so you can put it here. And these optional fields, if you want to add height, width, depth, and weight of the product. So at one go, you can add one or more products. And yeah, and definitely uh, for the input of the inventory, you need to select a date. If we toggle back to shops, then if we toggle back to shops, then the supplier will be disabled, because for retail we do not need need supplier. So for example, here we have warehouse selected. In that case, all your details will be cleared, and there will be another extra prefix for warehouse serial numbers. And obviously, when we top up our warehouse, we are getting goods from different suppliers. So you can select a supplier here. So it will help us invoicing. Now we can go one step back, or we can go directly to the home using the home button. Check stock. We can check stock. For example, if we search product number 15, we can just dial 15, and it will give filter down the 15. If we want to filter down by name, we can also do that. So we have quite a few curries. That's why we have because the curry is a category. That's why we are having curry many times. If we want to filter down, for example, vegetable curry, we can filter down the product like this. We can also edit the product details. For example, if you want to top up the quantity, we can change that. And again, we can go one step back like this. We can also see the warehouse usage from and to. So you can select a certain time range to see the warehouse usage. And you can also filter down product by warehouse, or the retail product that you are selling to the customer directly. This is our very interactive checkout page. So this checkout helps you to select a table, add products. We can also adjust quantities here, select mode of payment. If you want to print a copy for the kitchen, we can do that. We can print it out and take it to the kitchen. We can add more tables, and we can go back to the tables back and forth using this menu. Now, as I added products to table number 1 and table number 2, as you can see that these items are here in the recent orders. So as you serve them, you can just tick them out, so that will be disappeared from the list. We can also check history, outbounds product, outbounds, not product, outbounds. For example, if you want to track daily expenses, we can do that. We can also view history by date. We can see the balance sheet here. So, for example, if I go back from 2021 till today, so as you can see, we can see total income and total expense and the balance that we have. We can also look for invoices here. We can see the list of invoices here if we have. So, for example, if you create an invoice from checkout, so they will be stored to that invoice section. Refund, if you want to get a refund, if you want to make a refund, you can do that. Branches, you can add branches if you have multiple branch, you can see the availability of the product by entering the product serial number. Roles, you can add multiple user, and you can add user for different branches and also set role level. Purchases is the purchase you make from the supplier. So you can either search a purchase from the purchase ID by the purchase ID, which you will get from the invoice that you get from certain supplier. Or if you have quite a few suppliers already, you're dealing with many suppliers and you don't have the purchase ID, then you can just select and choose to and from. Then you can find the supplier details here. Transaction. So you can see, for example, add amend, it is how much cash you are adding, or if you want to amend in the cash dryer, then you can do it by using this button, or you can just select the payment mode, and you can just select a date range like this. You can see all the purchases. For the transaction, you can also see transactions from a certain date. So these are the transaction IDs, and as you can see, the amount coming in, going out, and then you see the balance after that. Product statistics is a new machine learning based feature that is coming soon, which will give you predictions for the next 5 years from your previous sales. Product statistics, it gives you the popularity list of your product. For example, which product is selling better. So you can see which product is selling good. On the reservation section, you can select a table, date, time, number of person attending, person's name or any reference number, phone number, and this is the way you can add a booking, and you can also sort booking by the date. Human resource tab or feature that will give you the ability to record your staff details. You can add a new employee details. You can track leave applications. You can leave attendance. You can track attendance, and you can also search for any employee details by ID. In the settings, you can change password, add a new category for restaurant or shops, add or amend table. You can back up your data, import data, clear undone payments, clear history, VAT calculator. You can add VAT if the VAT changes. You can just we don't have any VAT now. So if you have, for example, in your region, if you have 10%, 20% VAT, you just put it here. It will be automatically calculated by percentage. HR settings. So you can add designations. Warehouse, you can also add warehouse categories. You can add or amend. You can also add or amend supplier. You can add or amend your payment methods here. Thank you very much for staying with us.